So why is it that these traumas from our past tend to rear their ugly heads right when we are going towards our dreams, when we're growing, whether it's in an entrepreneurial venture or in reaching new heights in our career? Why do these things tend to find their way to the surface? You know, I work with some of the most fascinating people with rapid transformational therapy. I've worked with people who have been through war, through the most horrendous abuse as children, through major accidents, things that most people you would think couldn't even live through. But the fact is, we are incredibly resilient creatures, and we are able to get through massive trauma and then live a life as if everything is just normal, as if everything everything's just fine. And in fact, we may even have convinced ourselves that we are just fine. And then what happens is, like with this incredible woman I was just speaking to yesterday, who is reaching, stretching, growing right now, and having literally all of these suppressed memories come to the surface, feeling like she's just losing it. And so what happens is you have this like core wound, and it may have happened when you were very, very small, or in your teens, or even as an adult. If it is traumatic enough, it's enough. You have a core wound, you have a trauma. And then all of these little, or comparatively less stressful obstacles come up in your life. And these all kind of compound this trauma. So if you've experienced trauma, then any stressor actually affects you more strongly than it would somebody who didn't. So it's like you have this core wound, and then these things just get piled on, right? And ultimately, if you're stretching, if you're growing, if you're doing something that is outside of your comfort zone, you are coming up against obstacles. You are hitting, those struggles that you've got to overcome. And in doing that, you're under stress. And so you may feel this ceiling, hitting you over and over again. And well, what happens is, really, people have a couple of choices. They can become paralyzed and just give up. They may actually just give up on their entrepreneurial dreams, right? So I'm going to suggest that you don't give up, right? Faith is a spiritual gifting. It is present in the entrepreneur, and you can see the unseen. You have complete belief in the unseen. Your vision is there. Do not give up on your dreams. Step out in faith, okay? But do this while taking care of your core wound. Save it. Because the second option that people often do is they just push through anyway. They keep pushing, they keep overworking, overstressed. They're working at this point where the stress is literally like right here. They may find themselves, just simply not even being themselves. They're yelling more. They're acting like a person that they never ever intended to be. And then the guilt and the shame piles on because of those behaviors. And this is all because of something that happened maybe when you were very, very small. Now, I wouldn't do that either, because that you're living in fight or flight most of the time, and you could very well end up ill with dis-ease. Okay? And I know that one very intimately. I can help you. You don't have to give up on your dreams, and you shouldn't push through the pain. This is not the way to move forward and live a long, healthy, balanced life. I can help you through the same process that helped me. So my story, very quickly, as if I can, so that's not the easiest thing. When I was about 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old, my brother had built a swing on the davits, which is a electrical boat thing that pulls a boat up. So we lived on the Gulf of Mexico, beautiful, idyllic place to live, and he built a swing, and he put me on the swing, and he raised me up, and it was cool. I got to sit on the swing and swing, and then it was his turn. So he goes and he gets on the swing and he tells me how to control the davits, the electricity. I turn it on and my brother's hair stands on end. And I really don't remember much more, except I remember very clearly the paramedic saying that if that had been her, she'd be dead. See, my brother was almost 5 years older than me. He was very big. He was a big guy. In fact, he was 13 then, so I must have been a little older. Anyway, if it had been my little body on that swing, I would have died. And I knew exactly what they meant. And so I stored this trauma in my body. It was stored. It was there. And then when I was 17, I was in a car accident, and it was a major accident. I mean, for those of you who know me, I've probably told you my injuries and the fact that I suffered post-traumatic stress disorder that I recovered from. I would absolutely say that was one of the major reasons why I began to study neuroplasticity and the mind's amazing ability to heal, because I did. I came out of that PTSD and to become even more resilient. And here I go on again into life. And then I'm about 40 years old. I'm at the height of my entrepreneurial, well, what was the height of my entrepreneurial career. And I find myself in the most distressed time of my life. I mean, everything was falling apart around me. I actually just felt like I was in danger all the time. I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't know this, what I'm telling you, this story right now. I did not understand. But thankfully, through the process that I do with you, called Rapid Transformational Therapy, somebody took me through the process, helped me to see that I literally thought that I was in grave danger. Everything that happened. If I would go somewhere that was high, I thought I was going to die. I thought I had a fear of heights. I didn't have a fear of heights. If my children, or the thought of snorkeling, maybe okay, but going down with a pack on my back, scuba diving, I thought I would die. I understand now. And I lived with stress that was up to here. It was up to here. And I wasn't myself. It was becoming debilitating. And it became so debilitating because I was living in fight or flight. My stress was up to here and I got very, very ill. It took its toll on my body. So what you want to understand is that trauma is stored in the body. It can also be released from the body. I can't even tell you how much different life is now, that I know I'm not going to die, that this world is friendly to me. I could cry. My life is completely different. It changed so many things, and nothing around me changed. And I want you to get that. Everything changed around me when I changed. Nothing actually changed external. And I can help you to have that same freedom. Now I work, and I will help you to learn how to work in flow, never force. Everything is available to you. That's success, love, health, balance. It's all available to you. And I can help you to access that, and faster than you'd ever thought possible. So if this resonates with you, I'd love to have a chat. You should see a link to a book on my calendar right there. And I look forward to talking to you and truly helping you to live a life by your design, healthy, happy, and whole. I'm Melanie Militix. I'll talk to you soon.